Welcome, good students again. It's still the Doll's House essay questions and sample essays. This time around, I think it's essay number 2. Essay 1, we had already covered that one, and if you've not taken time with that video, I'll prefer that you go and check it out, and maybe you might find something enlightening, something that maybe triggers your imagination as literature is concerned. The narration is, of course, done by Mr. Sherlock. So, good students, this is an exam style question. And it goes like this. In what ways does a doll's house explore social issues? Again, in what ways does a doll's house explore social issues? A doll's house shines a searchlight on Victorian society, drawing attention to this hypocrisy and use of public opinion to suppress individuality. The critic Bjorn Hemmer, in an essay in the Cambridge Companion to Ibsen, wrote that the people who live in such a society know the weight of public opinion and of all those agencies which keep watch over society's law and order, in quote, the norms, the conventions, and the traditions which in essence belong to the past, but which continue into the present and there thwart individual liberty in a variety of ways. Torvald lives by society's norms. Torvald lives by society's norms, and when faced with a choice of whether to support his wife or society, he sides with society. When he realizes that she has broken the law in forging her father's signature on the loan document, he never questions the morality of such a law. It is left to Nora to do that. His aim is to preserve the appearance of respectability and ensure his continued acceptance in society. He has become so shaped by society's conventions that he cannot see his wife's suffering. In the Cambridge Companion to Ibsen, Gail Finney writes that in Ibsen's own notes for this play, he notes that a mother in modern society is like certain insects who go away and die when she has done her duty in the propagation of the race. This view is confirmed by Torvald's rejection of Nora when he discovers her secret. He says she is not fit to bring up their children if her reputation is tarnished. For Torvald, public life has obscured and overtaken private self. In order to find out who she is and what she wants, Nora has to reject the life that society prescribes for her as a wife and mother and strike out on her own. I'm going to see, she tells Torvald in Act 3. Who is right, the world or I? But this is not simple. The 19th century saw a huge shift from the old social order of self-improvement within a stable rural society to a new social order founded on money. But women at the time could not control money without the authority of the man who owned them, be it a husband, brother, or father. Single and alone women like Mrs. Linde had more control over their lives and money than married women, who were discouraged from taking jobs and had to surrender money matters to their husbands. But, as Mrs. Linde's story shows, having no male provider brought its own problems. In sum, women had little power. Power lay with people like Torvald, who is a banker and a lawyer. Torvald is able to dictate the fate not only of his family but of Mrs. Linde by giving her a job, and Krogstad by giving away his job. He is gratified by the prospect of sacking Krogstad because he disapproves of his morality. In effect, the Torvalds of this world defined morality, as we have seen with regard to Nora's crime. They also defined the law and therefore Who was a criminal? It is worth noting that Ibsen based the episode of Nora's forgery on a similar crime committed by a female friend of his, which ended tragically for her. So, he was drawing attention to what he saw as a genuine social problem. He supported economic reform that would protect women's property and befriended European feminists. Other social issues addressed in the play include how women should be educated, both for the responsibilities of family and for self-fulfillment, the right of women to define their role in the family and society, the degrading effect of poverty on self-fulfillment, as with Mrs. Linde and the nurse, and the scourge of venereal disease as suffered by Dr. Rank.